In the year 2000, Netflix offered to sell itself to Blockbuster for just $50 million. Blockbuster's executives laughed at the idea and turned them down. At the time, Blockbuster was the king of home entertainment, with thousands of stores around the world and millions of loyal customers. Netflix was a small company struggling to survive. 20 years later, Netflix was worth hundreds of billions of dollars, while Blockbuster had almost disappeared. How did one decision change the future of an entire industry? In the 1990s, Blockbuster was one of the most powerful entertainment companies in the world. Its bright blue and yellow stores could be found across the United States and many other countries. On Friday nights, families would visit Blockbuster to rent movies and video games for the weekend. At its peak, Blockbuster operated more than 9,000 stores and served millions of customers. For many people, renting a movie from Blockbuster was simply part of life. Few could imagine that this giant company would one day disappear. Blockbuster's success seemed unstoppable. The company generated billions of dollars in revenue and became the undisputed leader of the movie rental industry. To many observers, there was no serious competitor in sight. In 1997, a new company called Netflix was founded by Reed Hastings and Mark Randolph. Instead of asking customers to visit a store, Netflix allowed people to rent DVDs online and receive them by mail. The idea was simple. Customers could browse movies on a website, order them, and receive them at home without leaving their couch. Netflix later introduced a subscription model that eliminated late fees, one of the biggest frustrations for Blockbuster customers. While Blockbuster dominated the market, Netflix quietly began building a different way of renting movies. Although Netflix was growing, few people believed it could seriously challenge Blockbuster. The difference in size, revenue, and brand recognition between the two companies was enormous. To most industry observers, Blockbuster had already won. By the year 2000, Netflix was struggling to grow and was losing money. Its founders approached Blockbuster with an offer. Netflix wanted Blockbuster to buy the company for $50 million. At the meeting, Netflix proposed handling Blockbuster's online business while Blockbuster continued focusing on its retail stores. Blockbuster's executives were not interested. They believed their stores were too powerful, their brand was too strong, and Netflix was too small to matter. The offer was rejected. It would become one of the most expensive business mistakes in history. As internet speeds improved, Netflix saw an opportunity that Blockbuster underestimated. Instead of mailing DVDs, Netflix began investing heavily in online video streaming. Customers could now watch movies and TV shows instantly from their computers without waiting for DVDs to arrive. At first, streaming seemed like a small niche market, but consumer habits were changing rapidly. More people wanted convenience, and fewer people wanted to drive to a rental store. While Netflix was preparing for the future, Blockbuster remained focused on its traditional business model. Blockbuster had opportunities to adapt, but every major change threatened its existing business. The company still depended heavily on customers visiting stores, while Netflix was building a model designed for the digital future. As Netflix grew, Blockbuster finally realized the threat. The company launched its own online rental and streaming services, but it was already behind. Years of relying on physical stores had made it difficult to adapt quickly. Meanwhile, Netflix continued expanding its technology, customer base, and content library. In 2010, Blockbuster filed for bankruptcy. A company that once dominated the entertainment industry had been overtaken by a competitor it had once dismissed. The giant had fallen. The story of Netflix and Blockbuster is not really about movies. It is a lesson about change. Blockbuster believed its success would continue forever. Netflix understood that customer behavior was changing and adapted before its competitors. The companies faced the same future, but they responded differently. One embraced innovation. The other protected the past. What do you think was Blockbuster's biggest mistake? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to Business Untold for more stories behind the world's most fascinating companies.